Hey, how you guys doing? So everybody's been asking me to do a video on the training on how to use Zoom. So I thought I would put something together for all of you here. It's time for me to continue giving you guys some kind of training on something, and I've asked a lot of people, hey, how about a little bit of training on Zoom and how you work Zoom and everything. So let me start off with showing you guys a couple things. First, I have a microphone right here. Hello. And that actually I always make sure it's turned on and everything so I don't have any problems. The next thing is I've got a camera right there, and then the other thing is I have some lighting. You can see I put my hand over the lighting on this side, and I got lighting over on this side. And then if you look, I've got a green screen, and I'll show you guys how to use that in just a minute. So there's a few things that I want to explain. On the free version of Zoom, it gives you probably, you could have 2 people on a call for as long as you want, but you have more than 2 people, it only gives you a 40-minute call. And I don't know exactly how many people at one time on the free. I had about 6 people on the free version for about 40 minutes, and then everybody had to get off, and then I had to get back on again, and it was a pain. So I pay for the annual cost of the Zoom, which gives me up to 100 people on a call for as long as I want. Also, it gives me virtual background and some other options that's really cool as well. So once I've downloaded that, then that part of it is all good. And I just start going into the settings. There's all kinds of settings. I'll let you guys determine on your own what kind of settings. And I've made my screen a little bit smaller so you can see everything on here. Down here is all the microphone settings. And to show you guys that I have a microphone, it's a Yeti microphone here, and then my speakers. And the other thing is I'm using a screen right here, and then I'm using another screen right there. So I like to split up my screens and do different things so I can see when I'm doing a live on Facebook or whatever, that I could go over here versus over there. And then here's all your different settings and your audio settings. The next thing is your camera settings. You want to make sure that you have the right setting there, which I'm using a Logitech webcam, which is pretty cool. So from there, you could come up here, and when you want to invite somebody to a Zoom call, you would click this button right there. All right, and you can also utilize a invitation as well if you have it set up in an email. The other thing is showing you how many participants you have, and then here is a share screen. So when you have a share screen, that's a little bit more information. Let me show you in just a second. Chats, if you have chats going on, you can see all the chats showing up over here, which is really cool. And then you could close the chat or make it a pop out. And then here's all your different recording options right here. You click on this, you can record to the cloud, and based on what service you're paying for with Zoom, you have so much space to share all your videos in a cloud. And also you can record right directly on your computer. This is if you want a closed caption, and then this is something new that gives you where you can clap hands, thumbs up, whatever, in reactions. And then here is really cool that you could actually go live on Facebook directly from Zoom. You could go live on the workplace, and also you can go live on YouTube, and which is really cool because then you can place it right into YouTube Live. So when you're done, if you click on here at End Meeting, and in my settings you can hit End Meeting for all or leave the meeting, but if you are the administrator of the meeting, you leave it, the meeting ends right there. So that's the best part of using Zoom, is all these other options. Now, screen share, if I wanted to do a screen share, and I have my screen share here where you can see which screen I want to share with, whatever you want to do. So if I was to share this screen right here and click there, it actually shows my desktop. And this is where I've actually have, like, when you pop up and you can do a schedule, you can return to the meeting, whatever. And then here's your options up here that you could stop the video, you can mute, you can do a new share, pause the share, You could do some animation, annotate, and then you can stop the sharing right there. So that's how basically everything works in a nutshell with Zoom, and it's really cool utilizing Zoom today. So now I'm going to show you guys some really cool things about virtual backgrounds. I'm going to get up and I'm going to show you a couple of really cool things. Let me get back here. So what I did was, let me move my chair so you guys can see. So what I've done here is I took some PVC and I just put it together and I made a screen, and I went to the store and got some felt right here. And all I do is I just move it around like this, and there you go. So now I bring it in, and anybody can come into the room behind me, and I just adjust it, and I have to lower it just a tad because it just makes it right here, if you guys can see that. And so I do some adjustments in there, and then from here, which was pretty cool, let me show you. I'm going to move this on my next screen. Is I have the Logitech, and what this does is I always have it adjusted right here, because if I took it back, you can see my picture getting bigger or smaller, and if I had it like that, you can see, if I stop sharing, you can see how everything is over here. So let me go back to sharing my screen, and what I do is I add a plus, and it brings my screen in a little bit, and this is my camera setting for the camera that I use. Okay, and then I'm going to stop sharing here. So now I have a nice green screen, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a virtual background, which is pretty cool. So here's my camera, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click on virtual background, and what's really cool is you can set up all these different virtual backgrounds and stuff. So like one that I have here that I paid for, I'm going to move that over there. You can see that I have different virtual backgrounds that I can use, which are pretty cool, and I just upload them. And now Zoom has done a really cool thing, is that that you can get some video moving backgrounds and stuff, which is really cool. So let me show you guys something here. This one is really cool. You can see that the background has got like the northern lights on there. There's another one here, I think it's this one. You can see that you're out in the ocean and stuff. It's kind of cool and stuff. I just got uploaded a brand new one that I thought was really cool, and let me see where it's at. And so let me bring up back my settings to show you guys. You can see I'm talking right here, and there's all these different ones. I think it's right here, but I don't know why it's not. Something happened and it can't be found, so I'll have to figure that out, and then I could just remove that one right there. So this is pretty cool. I really like it. You could put whatever pictures you want in here, and then if you want none, you just click none. You're back to the green screen again. We're out in San Francisco. My own logo, you guys can see my own logo behind me, is really cool. So one thing you want to definitely do is click this little button right here, because when you're at none, you will click this button and it'll say you have a green screen, and what it wants you to do is click on this screen so that it matches with which one you're having. So that now, see how I have the green screen, pick a color and you can get a really good. Now I could tell you what is really cool. Let me go over to, let's go over, this is one of my favorites that I found recently, and it looks real too. So if I didn't have this back, behind me here, it would be crazy. But here's something, I'm pulling my shirt up, and I want to show you guys something, is I pull my shirt up because based on the color that you're wearing, makes a big difference on the background as well. If you had a background that was kind of the same color as this, and you were wearing that, the picture would start messing up a little bit. And so you want to make sure that wearing black is something that you want. Now, if I wanted to, I can actually take that green felt and put it behind my chair as well too, which is something I'll probably do in the future. So it actually picks up more of the green screen behind me, and then it looks a little bit more like I have sitting in a place. And if I sat back a little bit and I came back here, you guys can see how my screen is a little bit short. I gotta lengthen it a little bit. But if I sat back a little bit more, it looks a little bit more legit when I'm doing this. So if you guys have any questions or anything, reach out to me. Thank you very much for watching this. I really appreciate it, and you guys have a great day. And if you guys have any questions about Zoom, just comment to me, comment down below or whatever. So thanks a lot, take care, and have an awesome day.